Find out 11, Moderna filing a major lawsuit against Pfizer and BioNTech, why leaders allege the company stole their intellectual property. Plus, a popular mud race returns to our region this weekend. We break down the traffic impacts you need to know about if you plan on attending the Tough Mudder.
From 13 WREX, your weather authority, this is 13 News Midday.
Hello and welcome to 13 News Midday. I'm Maggie Polsine. Just in this morning, one person is in the hospital in Freeport after being shot overnight. It happened in the 200 block of Pleasant Street. Police say an unknown suspect entered a home and fired shots at the victim and two other people. The 26-year-old victim has non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to Freeport Memorial Hospital. At this time, police believe this was an isolated incident and was gang-related. And get ready to get down and dirty because Tough Mudder is returning to the state line for athletes near and far to compete at in some of the toughest obstacles in racing. Rockford's welcoming the return of the fan favorite race. Tough Mudder kicks off its two-day event at the Chicago Rockford International Airport tomorrow morning. The race aims to encourage teamwork and building community while reaching personal goals. Athletes must run, crawl, climb, and much more to get to the finish line of the 8 to 10 mile obstacle course. This is Tough Mudder's 6th year here in Rockford. Now, a traffic alert for anyone driving near the airport this weekend. A lot of roads will be closed due to the race. We have a quick look of those routes that will be impacted starting at 7 a.m. Saturday morning through 8 p.m. on Sunday night. There will be a marked detour to help drivers navigate the closures. Now, developing right now, Moderna is suing Pfizer and BioNTech, alleging patent infringement over the COVID-19 vaccine. In a statement, Moderna's chief legal officer said, quote, "We believe that Pfizer and BioNTech unlawfully copied Moderna's inventions, and they have continued to use them without permission." Moderna said it filed patents from 2010 to 2016 for its mRNA technology, which was critical in the company's creation of its own COVID-19 vaccine. It alleges that Pfizer and BioNTech then copied that same technology to make their COVID vaccine. Moderna says it wants Pfizer and BioNTech to compensate it for using two key features of its patented technology. The impacts from long COVID-19 continue to plague the workforce. Lost wages due to long COVID are starting to add up at about $170 billion per year. That is according to a new study by the Brookings Institute, which found that 2 to 4 million people in the United States are working less or not at all because of persistent health issues related to COVID. Long COVID is defined as having symptoms that last 3 months or longer that were not present pre-COVID. We turn now to serious flooding that's been pluming the south. The water has started to recede in some hard-hit areas, but with more rain in the forecast, the threat may not be over. NBC's George Salas is in Brandon, Mississippi with more.
Waters are starting to recede, but city officials are urging people to use this time to prepare should more flooding occur. And at this point, it does look like that is inevitable. Behind me, the Ross Barnett Reservoir. It is releasing water right now into the Pearl River. It is expected to crest somewhere around 36 feet in the coming days. A real concern in those low-lying areas that have been hit with flooding. Residents in the region are already starting to see some of the impacts over the last 2 days, some of them with nowhere to go. But city officials across the counties here are setting up sites where people can fill up sandbags. They are setting up temporary shelters, and they are asking people to evacuate if they can. And again, these areas have been hit with flooding before, so they are no stranger to what could happen in the coming days. And there is, unfortunately, more rain forecasted to hit the region. But some of these fail-safes are in place right now to prevent some of the more catastrophic flooding in the region. All eyes on this reservoir to see what happens in the coming days.
The world is expected to get much warmer over the next few decades. Heat waves are likely to increase threefold by the year 21, according to a study published Thursday in the journal Communications, Earth and Environment. Among the regions that are likely to feel the effects, U.S., China, and Japan. But researchers say the tropics will likely get hit the worst. Residents there could see dangerous heat when temperatures reach at least 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's give you a live look of downtown Rockford this afternoon as that sun is shining. We'll send things over to meteorologist Kelsey Emery to give us a breakdown of what we're going to expect throughout our afternoon and into our weekend. Hey, Kelsey.
Hi Maggie, yeah, we're going to be seeing very cool temperatures for the day today, but it's going to be cooler than it was yesterday, but we're still going to see some heat for the day today. We did see some fog this morning, however, that has burned off throughout most of the early morning, and we're still just seeing a few little clouds here in the sky. Right now we're seeing temperatures in the 70s, 73 degrees with those dew points in the 60s, still very comfortable for the day. We're going to take a look at the current temperatures right now. Most of the area is in the 70s, 70 in Winnebago, 72 in Mount Morris, and 72 in Sterling. Now we're going to see these temperatures slowly start to warm into the upper 70s by midday and into the afternoon as well. We'll see 79 by 4 p.m., 77 by 6 p.m., and I'll have a full look at your forecast and when rain returns coming up next. Maggie, back over to you.
Thank you very much, Kelsey. Excitement is building as NASA prepares to launch the Artemis rocket on Monday morning for an uncrewed 42-day test flight orbiting the moon. NBC's Tom Costello reports on the mission and its similarities to Apollo.
Good day. We're at the Air and Space Museum in Virginia. Behind me, the old Apollo 11 command module, as if it just splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. And the Artemis mission is going to look a lot like it. Artemis rocket right now sitting on the pad at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, preparing for the 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time Monday morning launch that will bring NASA back to the moon for the first time in 50 years. It's an orbiting mission around the moon, uncrewed, no humans on board. They do have test dummies on board to get a firm, good reading of what the impact will be on humans when astronauts board the next flight orbiting the moon, probably in a year, year and a half, and then a lunar mission to land on the moon. But right now, all eyes are on Artemis and Orion, because Orion is the space capsule that will then do the orbiting mission around the moon. Then it will come screaming back to Earth at Mach 32. That's 32 times the speed of sound, splashing down off the coast of San Diego. All of this in preparation for NASA building a lunar base and then eventually going on to Mars. So there's a lot happening here. A big, big rocket, 15% more power than Apollo, and a bigger space capsule for humans who will eventually climb aboard. We're going to have all the details coming up on NBC Nightly News, and we'll be live on Monday at the Kennedy Space Center.
Another Rockford City Market's opening up this afternoon, and for one boutique, it means a chance to give kids in the community a fashion upgrade and gain some exposure. 8 years ago, YNV Boutique started with the help of the owner's daughter in San Diego, where she started making hair accessories for her kids. She later branched out to Rockford as a local vendor, showcasing her work at City Market. 6 years later, as a vendor, she is seeing double the amount of support from the community and a faithful group of out-of-state customers.
Now at the market, when I started at the market, as far as growth, I had my one tent, that's a 10 by 10. Now I've grown to the 10 by 20. I made that decision, you know, when the shutdown as far as COVID, I had to think, I thought back as the size of my booth was, you know, really too small for all the different inventory and items that I do carry. So we did expand.
You can check out NV Boutique at Rockford City Market from 4 to 8:30 p.m. We also have details on how to shop it online on our website, WREX.com. All summer, we have brought you Rockford's public art program, Creative, and the installations of murals going in across town. Now, it was a historic day for the village of Roscoe as it brought in its first ever mural to residents.
I hope that it's inspiring that, hey, even if you don't like this mural, that it shows a community that public art is possible, not just in the big urban areas of Chicago or New York or Philadelphia, big cities, but also in smaller communities.
More than 90 artists applied to be a part of this year's creative program, and if you wish to be a part of next year's project, applications open up in February. Coming up, find out where hundreds of jobs are coming to as Belvedere as General Mills breaks ground on its brand new warehouse and distribution center. Plus,
let me assure you, it's something I know you're gonna love.
What is going on? Is Max back there? Is Max directing? I was like, girl, get it together. It's like, you can do it. Only the good news. You can do this. I was like, who normally runs Expression at noon? I was like, who boosts it? I don't know. I just sit out here and hope for the best.
This big student's like reaction, I was like, at the end, it's just like standing there.
Be like, what? My ear itches so bad.
Just when the eye.
No matter how long your to-do list is this weekend, do yourself a favor and start your day off with a homemade coffee cake, hot from the oven. And if you're thinking, there's no way I'll have time for that, just wait until you see how easy it comes together. We start with one of my favorite supermarket shortcuts, a package of refrigerated buttermilk biscuits. We cut each biscuit into 6 pieces. After placing them in a bowl, we generously coat them with melted butter. Easy enough so far. Now for the wow factor. In a bowl, we combine some brown sugar, chocolate chips, chopped walnuts, and a bit of cinnamon. This gets tossed with the dough. Then we place it in a cake pan and bake it off. By the time we put on a pot of coffee and whip together our 2-ingredient glaze, it's done. And don't even think about grabbing a knife to cut this, because it's designed to be pulled apart one buttery piece at a time. To get the recipe for our pull-apart coffee cake, just head over to our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found a hot from the oven way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
For this recipe and more, you can write to the address on your screen or go to the WREX.com and click on the Mr. Food link. Hundreds of jobs are on the way to a local community thanks to new development coming soon. General Mills is bringing a new warehouse and distribution center to Belvedere. They held a groundbreaking ceremony yesterday. In addition to providing new job opportunities, the 1.3 million square foot facility is expected to be one of many new businesses coming to Belvedere. Mayor Clinton Morris says this is exactly what the city needs.
Every job opportunity that we get, we want to take advantage of it, and so that is huge. And certainly General Mills has been a long partner of the community. I believe they've built for a long-term investment, which will mean jobs for a long time.
Let's take a look now at our top consumer headlines this morning. Budget-friendly store chains report strong sales, but they don't know if it's going to last. Dollar General and Dollar Tree reported increases in sales for the second quarter yesterday. Dollar General saw a 9% jump in overall sales from a year ago, while Dollar Tree reported a 6.7% increase. Still, both companies raised concerns about inflation having an impact on their futures. Tensions between FedEx and its third-party contractors could have a big impact on deliveries this holiday season. FedEx Ground has not commented directly on the pre-Black Friday shutdown threat, but in a statement says it is, quote, committed to working with service provider businesses individually to address the challenges specific to their situation. If you haven't gotten those back-to-school clothes yet, now might be the perfect opportunity as retailers are reporting a surplus of supplies, promoting stores to slash prices to season lows. NBC's Emily Ikeda reports.
From 40 to 60, even 70% off. These are the deals showing up in major retailers like Target, Gap, and Macy's.
The prices here are good, very good.
No, they're not good, they're great.
The price drops at popular stores are offering shoppers welcomed relief.
Oh, my fashion's been like fire on sale. I'm a silver girly.
So what's behind the discounts saving you dollars? A mountain of unsold product. Kohl's, Nordstrom, and Urban Outfitters all reporting inventory increases in the double digits from last year.
Retailers were buying in the teeth of a pandemic without really understanding how consumers were going to behave coming out of the pandemic. And therefore, they were stocking up on items that aren't necessarily what consumers are buying now.
American spending habits are changing in the face of inflation and a return to the workplace. The National Retail Federation says sales this year are only on track to grow by 7%. That's half of what was seen in 2021. This week, Gap, which actually saw a decline in sales from last year, said it's working to rebalance our assortments to better meet changing consumer needs, joining a growing list of companies aggressively trying to clear shelves for next season's bestsellers.
They have excess supply at a time where demand for the items that they're sitting on is down. And that means they have to lower prices to entice consumers to buy.
If you want to boost your savings bonanza, consider signing up for discount programs or cards that offer cash back.
Amazon, Walmart, and Target all have store cards that offer 5% cash back.
Utilize browser extensions like Rakuten and Honey that automatically look for coupons as you're shopping, and stock up on pajamas, activewear, and home appliances, items with steep drop-offs in demand as Americans now spend less time at home.
Good afternoon, and happy Friday. We're seeing some very warm and sunny conditions on their way with the high pressure system settling back down into the area, but there's a catch. We're going to be seeing some scattered storms developing for Sunday into Monday as well, so be aware for that and get out and enjoy the sun as we see it today and into tomorrow. Now, right now we're seeing temperatures in the 70s, 73 degrees right now, and we're also noticing that we do have some clouds in the sky. Those will be burning off as the day goes on and as those temperatures get a little bit warmer. Right now we're seeing temperatures across the board in the 70s, 70 in Rochelle, 73 in Rockford, 71 in Winnebago, and 71 in Stockton. So very comfortable out there, especially after a very humid Thursday. And now we're going to see these temperatures stay relatively the same throughout the day today and into tomorrow as well. So we're going to start warming into the upper 70s by 2 p.m., dropping into the 60s tonight and back into the 50s. So something to look forward to if you are heading to City Market. But right now we're going to be seeing temperatures into the upper 70s for the day, 78 degrees for your high with mostly sunny skies and a lot less humid, which is something I'm looking forward forward to. Now, again, if you're heading to City Market, you might want to grab a jacket as it might be a little bit chilly by the river and it might be a little bit chilly towards the end. But other than that, it's going to be a gorgeous day here out at City Market today. And then we also have some Friday night football, so temperatures will be in the 70s for the kickoff, dropping back into the 60s for the drive home. So grab the jacket and just grab anything you need to keep yourself warm, as temperatures are going to be dropping back down into the 50s tonight. 55 degrees with mostly clear skies and a lot cooler than we have throughout the past couple of nights. So something to enjoy and give your air conditioner a break. And let's look at the weekend. We're going to be seeing temperatures in the 80s for Saturday, and then Sunday back into the 80s with the chance for some rain showers later. And then we do see those rain showers linger into the upcoming week for Sunday or for Monday and into Tuesday as well. And for your most accurate 10-day forecast, we see these temperatures continue to stay in the 70s throughout the rest of the beginning of September. Maggie, back over to you.
Hey, I'm looking forward to some more beautiful weather. Just got to get through those showers.